My mission is simple, to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now. Hey, I'm Cramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Cramerica. Other people, my friends, I'm just trying to save you a little money. My job is not just to entertain, but to educate, put days like today in perspective. Call me, 1-800-743-CNBC. Tweet me at Jim Cramer. Look, I know it was a horrendous day today. We're going to get to that. But it sure was a heck of a day for Nvidia. One of my favorite stock, one I always say to own, don't trade. Yet I keep hearing about how to trade Nvidia. Should you go long or short the greatest artificial intelligence play of our time, one that's already changing the world with its borderline miraculous semiconductors? Should we declare victory, sell the darn thing up here, hey, maybe buy some more? And then it hit me. Why don't I just tell a dad joke? So here goes. Yeah, that is why my sister's name's Rose, because your mother loves roses. Thanks, Dad. No problem. Nvidia! Come on, that's fantastic. All right, look, yes, on a day when the rest of the market was hideous, I mean, like, just nauseating. Dow plunging 606 points, S&P tumbling 0.74%, NASDAQ losing 0.39%. We have to recognize that there was one stock of one truly great company that, frankly, has nothing to do with the Dow or the S&P or the NASDAQ or the Fed, for that matter. That stock is Nvidia. It is quite simply something much bigger than a semiconductor company, much bigger than a platform, much bigger than the company that I named my late rescue dog after because I didn't think enough people own the stock. Who is Nvidia? What is she? To misquote Shakespeare. Nvidia is a cult. Nvidia is the standard. It's a mythological warrior. It's the loom. It's the steam engine. It's the Wintel combination, all wrapped up with an iPhone in a 2001 Space Odyssey bow. So when Nvidia reported last night and showed you how strong the quarter was, the stock flew up more than 9% today. Bye. I think it would have been up even more, of course, on a better day. It peaked at 1,063 before the market really rolled over. But regardless, it was able to win when everything else was losing. I'll take any stock that rallies 88 points on a day filled with heavy losses. So a couple things before we get to the legend of Silicon Valley. First, we had a reading on the service economy this morning. It was just way too hot, which then sent interest rates higher and therefore, yes, indeed, as always, crushed the stock market. That makes sense. There are a lot of people who own stocks now because they're expecting rate cuts, and you ain't getting them, right? Okay? They need that, but they're chimerical. Every time we get a hot piece of economic data, they're disappointed. I'll tell you that we're not going to get consistently downbeat numbers until we have a lot of layoffs, and that hasn't happened. Job losses determine whether the recent brown shoots that I've been watching turn into a genuine slowdown. Without them, listen to me, it's hard to imagine the Fed cutting rates, which makes it hard for these people to own stocks. Anyone who's betting on rate cuts here will easily be spooked like they were today. And that's been a constant every time rates go higher. Second, after opening strong, almost all the techs, including semiconductors, got clobbered. Even as initially most semiconductor stocks had roared in sympathy with Nvidia. I say call it ineluctable pin action that ultimately failed. Third, in the end, the market got so ugly that Nvidia seemed to be the only stock that went up, save a couple of bargain basement retailers, which is simply not sustainable. We've been up for a long time. We were due for a setback, but it made Nvidia's star shine that much brighter. Now let's talk about the zeitgeist of Nvidia. This is a company run by Jensen Huang. He's a man I call Da Vinci because he's a visionary, a true modern-day Renaissance man. He's created a series of semiconductors that can be trained and then can take a data set and infer pretty much everything that needs to be known. I like simple examples of the power of AI. Say you don't speak English well. You want to go to McDonald's, you use the drive-through window, but you fear you'll screw up the order or they'll screw up the order. Orders get screwed up all the time. But if the person, there's a lot of fear. But if the person on the other end of the speaker is not a person, if it's an NVIDIA-powered robot that's sympathetic and can speak 27 languages and never make a mistake, then you'll have the fastest and best experience there is. With 40 million legal immigrants in America alone, I've got to tell you, that's a good business. Whoever rolls that out nationally first wins. Or maybe you want to build the single best full self-driving car in the world, one that can't make a mistake, that's so flawless, so safe that the regulators would be nuts to reject it. That self-driving car will be built with Nvidia chips because they're the only ones that have that enough horsepower, which, of course, is why Elon Musk has been buying them like crazy for Tesla, and why, by the way, Jensen said this will be the big story of 2024. The fact that Nvidia can do all these things, that it has a platform that can be trained, educated, and then draw the inferences and answer questions like no other, means there's no end to the demand, that it's simply better than everyone else's product. But here's where it gets a little tricky. In the stock business, it often pays to be skeptical. We've seen all too many geniuses, all too many stocks that could do no wrong, all too many products that sounded too good to be true. We've been had too many times. So what has developed is an instinctive belief that if everything works and the orders won't stop, then something will eventually go wrong. Perhaps it's a product gap. Maybe it's an unknown competitor. Could simply be that the stock's priced so expensively that you can't own it. You have to trade it. I've heard them all. But this reflexive skepticism has not served you well with Nvidia. This company routinely exceeds all expectations by staggering amounts, and while the stock might look expensive based on forward earnings, it always turns out to be much cheaper in retrospect as the actual numbers trounce the estimates. When you look back, do you know that Nvidia's truly never been expensive during this whole run to its current $2.5 trillion market cap? Which brings me to the joke at the top of the show. Nvidia's become a fascination, the kind of the stuff of alchemy. Many of the people who own it have no idea what it does. They may have bought it because I named my Nvidia. They may have bought it because Jensen Huang dresses in cool motorcycle jackets. For the most part, when you're dealing with a business that's a business-to-business operation like this one, it's hard to get your head around what they really do and how the product works. Maybe the buyers just like the quirky name. Maybe they like the stock keeps winning. But if people were to take the time to learn what Nvidia really does, how it has the AI field almost to itself, how almost everything it makes is in short supply, how it sold $26 billion in product this quarter, which is over $1 billion more than anyone expected a few days ago, but probably $20 billion more than anyone expected a couple of years ago. If the people took the time to learn the company, and it's all there, they wouldn't trade it. They wouldn't own ETFs that encourage the whamma jamma buying and selling. They would just prosper like my charitable trust does with the Investing Club's own, don't trade mantra. If you're going to own this stock, you must take the time to learn. You see, that's really the secret. If you did, you'd know that the customers said to be deserting Nvidia aren't deserting. They're desperate for the product. The stories you read about weaknesses in the marketplace are the ones that seem to be planted against them. This is the same kind of stuff I've always seen with Apple. Apple's another stock I've always told you is one that you should own, not trade. So what do you do with Nvidia now? I think you're going to get another chance to buy it. But if you just want to trade it, don't bother, please. This is a company dedicated to the proposition that there's a new industrial revolution and it runs on Nvidia and it shouldn't be traded. The bottom line, until the AI revolution runs on something else, and despite what you hear, nobody else comes close to these chips, you should just own it. No, do not trade it. Maybe you need to pretend Nvidia's man's best friend. Hey, maybe you just treat the stock like your son, whatever it takes. Just don't sell it on a moment's notice. In fact, don't sell at all unless you need to do some profit taking to even out your portfolio because it's just become too large. That's right. Nvidia's position's too large. There's something that rarely happens to any company that you do have to take some profits. Let's go to Rebecca in New York. Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
Oh, hi, Rebecca. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Jim. Mr. Cramer.
But it's a real show. People make mistakes. I made like a half dozen mistakes. What's going on?
Here. Right. Okay. So my grandson Arya would like to ask you a question.
Arya, yeah. Put him on the phone. Put him on the phone here.
Yeah.
Booyah, Mr. Cramer. My family has black stock, so we hold it or sell it. And could you have a segment on the show to explain common stock terminology for your young viewers?
What was that stock there? Rebecca, what was that stock that young fellow just told us about?
Should he repeat himself?
Yeah. Gap? Is it Gap?
Gap, yes.
Oh, my. He's so smart, Rebecca. Gap is one of the stocks that bucked the onslaught today. That's a really, really good sign. It does report next week, and I think it's going to be an excellent quarter. So I say own it and maybe buy some more if it goes down again tomorrow. And thank you for the kind words. All right. Look, until the AI revolution starts running on something other than NVIDIA chips, that you should just stick to owning the name, not trading it. Everybody tell you, Elf, still a beauty player to blush over? I've got the CEO after the earnings sent the stock soaring today. Then shares of Charles Schwab recently jumped to a 52-week high this week before losing some of its gains yesterday. I'm seeing if there's a long-term growth to bank on with the company's top brass. And later, where do we stand on our fight against avian flu that's wreaking havoc on the poultry industry? I'm betting this story when I sit down with the CEO of animal health company Zoetis. So stay with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.